2.1K views. Jesus Christ, y'all are nuts. Clearly another one of these needed to be made for both myself and for all of you. Halfway through the season for MLW, and this is easily the most unpredictable season we have had for Michigan's #1 wiffle ball league. Rooks continue to perform while the veterans try not to be outshadowed. Others rise to stardom, some fall off a cliff, and several are bringing themselves back to relevance. The All-Star game has been played, and all 8 teams now have a shot at the World Series at the break.
Oh, swinging a shot to right field, carrying, gone. Jimmy Norp, number 7, home run. 3rd on the year for Norp. 2-run shot.
Let's start in the NL with the team that we should have seen coming. The downtown Diamondbacks are the new rich man Snakes. Jonah Heath is a top-tier second arm in MLW who has an insane power bat. Michael Shima has cooled off, but we've seen his potential at the plate. He can go yard at any time unpredictably. Sven Wilson returned against the Gators and he hit 2 home runs in the next 2 innings of wiffle ball that he played. And then you got Jimmy Norp. He's just Jimmy Norp, leading the league in hits, home runs, RBIs, whip, and 3rd in Ks and ERA for a pitcher who has thrown in 6 games. If Norp continues the way he's playing and the supporting cast keeps on rolling, these are the heavy NL favorites, unless Brendan Jorgensen pulls something ridiculous in the playoffs once again. Otherwise, well, you do have 4 straight NL division titles? I don't know what the hell to think of the Eastern Eagles anymore. One minute, Jimmy Norp is making them look like the Atlantic Astros, and the next minute, Drew Davis is depressed and the Mallards are MLW's Arizona Diamondbacks. For the last year in this one as well, they have not been consistent whatsoever, at least until lately, where after starting 0-3, they have shot up to 5-4, second in the NL. Dallas Allen is looking like the Rookie of the Year with a solid backup pitching to Daniel Schultz and his consistent hitting. Clayton Price has a functioning leg again. Waylon has had his fair share of hits, and Neil Smith has made us look like fools. Blade Walker is yet to play, but if the Eagles, a team Daniel Schultz doesn't need to carry anymore, can keep up this current run against the Wildcats and Gators, he would not be needed, and we would all look pretty damn stupid, wouldn't we?
My goodness.
Dan Beard update. So the last time we checked in, this is what Daniel Schultz looked like. And ever since then, Dan has corrected the way he looks. Honestly, Dan, massive improvement. Good stuff. Thank goodness you changed your look. Oh my god.
Fly ball, right field. Can it carry? It's gone.
So when I say that some players have fallen off a cliff, I mean Tommy Coughlin. Some teams also need to change their formula and fast, such as these Midwest Mallards. Such a promising start for them against the Wildcats. Bonham had 3 homers and Irwin and Coughlin both added several more, and they won the series 2-1. Fast forward to after the Eagles series, and Tommy has not been able to pitch well at all and has made several errors and defensive blunders. Bonham has continued to be an ace, yet his bat has cooled down tremendously, and Caden's pitched at a somewhat decent level, showing a fair share of promise. Brendan Davenport has only gotten 1 at-bat, and Johnny Bean is once again nowhere to be found. In the toughest of NL division yet, the Mallards need some key wins against the 2 strongest teams in the division, otherwise Quack Attack Nation will need to wait another year for some playoff action. You really messed up on that Irwin over Allen pick, Tom. Also, free BDZ.
Here we go. Baranowski could be the hero in game 2. Swinging a ground ball! He's coming home!
I gotta give it to the Gators. They took part in 3 of the most entertaining series of the year so far. From the Cobras' blown lead then come from behind win, to the D-backs 8-inning thriller, and then the Battle of Trenton against the Magic, these guys put on a show. Brendan's your leg too. He has had more homers this year than all time in his previous 2 seasons. He also does not look 8 years old anymore. Fantastic. Chris Cheatham has been dialed in on the mound, but rocky as of late. Meanwhile, on the contradictory, Jorgensen has been pretty awful to start the year, but we gotta shut up because All-Star Jorgie is back, allowing 5 runs in 6 innings against the Magic. However, for a team that went to and won the World Series, how in the hell are y'all 3-6? Did the lack of a draft pick really hurt you guys? The bats haven't been loud enough to win games against legitimate aces, and both pitchers need to be on point going forward, not one off while one's on. You got the Mallards and Eagles in your future. Get back into playoff form before it's too late.
He's a runner, he's a track star. 1-2 count on Drew Davis. Oh my god! No way! Absolutely no way! Drew Davis just...
Please, Just do it again. But don't do it again. You guys are like the biggest head scratcher in MLW. For several reasons. All of this talent should be coasting through teams that have less talent, like the Eagles, who did not have Zach Whalen, and you found a way to drop 2 games to them. You let Neil Smith hit a home run. You did well against the Gators, but you blew a 7-run lead, came back from a 6-run lead, and walked it off. Then, in the Wildcats series, you couldn't find a way to stop Nick Saylor or Jackson Pearson. Your team is batting .322. Drew Davis has 6 home runs. Sean Flynn is 3rd in the league batting average, and the best hitting lineup added a hyped-up stud-to-be pitcher on the mound, and I want the Cobras to succeed now more than ever with this team. I really do. But I can use a good laugh again. You have 6 games against divisional opponents. Don't blow up yet. Not like your pitching staff in Game 3. The last thing we need is another collapse of the Coastal Cobras, which I will be happy to make.
That's a shot! Grand slam! Oh, baby! Swing and drive, the right center, gone! Mercy for the inning.
I'm going to make one thing clear. I am a Metro Magic fan. That doesn't change my reaction when I say, how are we 1 game back of first in the AL? Everybody counted this team out this year. The answer is Jason Chadwick. He's been the guy on the mound doing everything he can to push the team forward, earning 2 wins against the World Series champions most recently, while the lineup around him is stringing the base runners together to bring runs across the plate. Agner and LJ have gone yard their fair share of times, and King Curdy is an acquisition that could have potential. We need to really see more of him on the mound, because he could be the second pitcher that this team needs. Or James Swanson, because the Metro Magic have recently picked him up as well after the Predators have released him. However, speaking of second pitching, now that we're on that topic, what the hell happened to Liam Jackson? The guy had an ERA of 15.23 right now. He's got a severe walk issue and he can barely find the zone. Somehow, without a second arm and a draft pick in 2021, the Metro Magic are very much in the American League playoff race, and I think nobody exactly knows how the hell these guys are here.
Swing and drive, right field, Alec Warner, 100, career home run! There you go! He joins the ever so exclusive 100.
Preds fans, I wouldn't worry too much that these guys are only 5-4. They really should be 6-3 and have swept the Magic series, but McGlade was unavailable. Stephen McGlade is the reason these guys shouldn't panic. With a legit second arm who can now back up and sometimes be more lethal and dominant than MLW's best in Ryan Kratch, the team now has a shot at winning every game and sweeping every single series. The one series they lost was against a great Diamondbacks squad, which as of now could be the World Series matchup. Alec Warda has done a great job managing his team, and he has hit the 100 homer milestone. Brennan Russell has gotten back on track. Kratch had one off day, otherwise he is a dominant threat at either side of the field, and McGlade is the last piece of the Predators puzzle. They might be the AL favorites, even if they are only barely above 500 at the moment.
Oh! Rudy, describe yourself in one word. Mexican.
Rudy Ramirez? Well, let's say he's a lift the team's spirits kind of guy.
Sexy. Pretty straightforward. I mean...
Now this team's record should be much better than it is. Kyle Schultz has never had this kind of supporting cast. While he dominates on the mound, he's got Nick Saylor and Jackson Pearson behind him to rank at the plate. Austin Ford has had his moments in the field, and Ryan Kelly has been setting walk records. This should be the best team in the league. In 2018, definitely. In 2019, it's certainly up there. In 2020, for sure, they had the best record. In 2021, who the hell knows? This is the most balanced the league has been, and they have not been swept in a series or have swept a series yet. However, dropping one and winning another two still has them barely above 500 at 5-4. The Oklahoma series against the Eagles and the Finals Preds series will have massive implications on where they seed. Realistically, they should be able to make the playoffs. Get it done. Get back to prominence. Clearly, you were not back there in 2018. As of now, my initial Cobras D-backs World Series prediction still has potential. However, right now, the Preds, Wildcats, and somehow the Eastern Eagles are all sneaky favorites to make the World Series as well. The basement currently belongs to the struggling Mallards, inconsistent Gators, and surprising Magic. Each team currently has a shot to go all the way right now. However, some are seeing time run out right in front of them. The season has already been really quick as we have reached the All-Star break right before our eyes. Only 6 games to go for each team, and some are now whiffling for their lives. We saw the Diamondbacks make a tremendous run last season while the Magic managed to squeak in, knocking 2 slumping teams in the Cobras and Mallards out. Both of those teams at the start of 2020 looked like World Series contenders. The second half in MLW is only more intense and entertaining than the first, and so unpredictable. Buckle up, folks, we are in for a long thriller of a roller coaster ride.